Hi, welcome to Ida Chair Yoga. I'm happy to have you again. Hopefully you're coming back. If not, welcome for the first time. My name is Jessica, and let's go ahead and get started. So before we do get started though, just if you need to, make sure you have some water. You could have some music playing. And I'm still getting used to, honestly, even though with everything going on, I'm still not used to not having music, but it is what it is. So you pick out what music works for you. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Just want you to have that nice tall spine. Shoulders are going to be softened. Hands can be comfortable. As always, I'm going to just do one leg today, but if you'd like to have both up, I will tell you when to switch, or if you have one up, I'll tell you when to switch that. I just want you to have that really nice tall spine though. You need to focus on that posture. Hands are just whatever's comfortable for you. And I will say, as you're breathing here, maybe you're one of those that's a little fidgety. Very ironic, I'm a yoga instructor, but I'm the fidgetiest person ever. So if you need to adjust those hands just to have a little movement, go right ahead. You don't have to stay as still as a statue. And I think that's sometimes what the people think yoga is. And it's not. So sometimes it is, but not always. All right, so go ahead and close those eyes if you feel comfortable. Maybe take a few breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth like you're blowing out a straw. Maybe you've been busy already this morning or afternoon and you just need a moment. But then when you're ready, if you can, if you've noticed that breath is slowing down, try to just breathe in and out through the nose if you can. Ideally for yoga, that's what we'd be doing, but I know allergies are bad and just whatever you may have going on might not feel comfortable. And the most important thing is that you feel comfortable. I want you to put one hand on that chest, one on your belly. Doesn't matter which one you do. I want you to inhale. You should feel that belly hand come out as that belly fills up with air. That chest hand's going to come out as it fills up with air. And then as you pause, and then as you exhale, the top hand's going to come in as you start letting the air out, and then the bottom hand. I just want you to a lot of times we're not breathing that deep belly breath like we should be. So I just want you to take a moment and just really make sure you're taking those nice deep breaths. If you think you have a good rhythm going, a nice deep breath, you can lower those hands. We're going to start with those neck stretches, so slowly drop that head over to the side. Just really nice deep breaths. That head should just be getting heavier and heavier. Let's take one more breath here. On the exhale, rotate down so that head is still tilted. We're just rotating down to look at that elbow. All right, we've been here for a couple breaths. So when you're ready, you could exhale. You could add the twist if you'd like, but you don't have to. One more breath. Exhale, we're going to just slowly rotate up. So if you need to, pause at that side position. Make sure that ear is down as low as it'll go. And then slight twist up. Two more breaths. One more. When you're ready, exhale. Roll that chin around to the chest. Tuck that chin as close to that chest as you can. So with every breath, really what you're trying to do is feel as if that forehead is sinking down a little lower. You're going to feel that stretch going a little deeper down the neck, onto the tops of the shoulder, maybe onto the back a little bit. And then with every breath, I want you to feel as if that rib cage is opening up. Really giving some focus to that rib cage. Let's be honest, during the day you might think, oh, you might feel a little something and need to stretch your legs or your arms, but how many times have you stopped to think, oh, I need to stretch out my rib cage and really open that up? I'm guessing you don't. So that's why we're doing that. We're going to take one more breath here. Exhale, shoot that chin for the ceiling. You could switch those legs now if you'd like while we're here, or you could wait till right after if it's too much with the gaze up and switching. Remember, you could always have those hands up for support on the shoulders. Maybe you'll let the head drop back a little farther if you do so. We don't hold this one nearly as long, so we're only going to do 2 more breaths. One more. Exhale, look through the center, and then we're just going to slowly drop the head over to the other side. So maybe if it was too much switching those legs while you had the head tilt back, do that now. So with every breath, just being very intentional, just let that head get heavier and heavier. Slowly stretching out this other side. One more breath. Exhale when you're ready. So same as the other side after 2 or 3 breaths. If you want to add the twist, you can, or you could just keep the gaze here. Maybe you usually add the twist, and maybe today you just gaze straight down that elbow. Perfectly fine. Two more breaths. One more. When you're ready, nice and easy, rotate up. Just one more breath here. Exhale, we're gonna roll that chin around to the chest and then look up through the center, just nice and easy. Shrug the shoulders maybe if you need to. Put that foot down if you have a foot or both legs up. Scoot out to that chair. All right, we're just gonna start off real nice and easy with some nice slow circles with those shoulders. So open up those feet just enough that the knees just are coming straight off those hips. We're gonna lean out over those legs. So as always, we're just gonna lean forward, but I want you to imagine you're pulling that string out the top of your head, so you're straightening up that spine. You're gonna pull that top shoulder back. You can start whichever side you'd like. So you're getting just a little bit of a twist. All right, we're gonna just start some just nice slow circles. Every time that arm is by the ear, I want you to give a little extra stretch, and we're just working the shoulders. Just nice and easy. Everyone's circle is gonna be a little different. Might not be as big as mine, or maybe it's a little bigger. Just nice and easy. Remember, every time that arm is by the ear, give a little extra stretch. One more. All right, when that arm's to the bottom, we're gonna change direction. We're just nice and easy with this one. Two more. Okay, bring that arm all the way down to the bottom, and we're just gonna slowly roll over to the other side. So as soon as you move, I'm assuming you're gonna be like me and just slowly kind of slouch. So pull that string, pull that top shoulder back, and then start your circle. You're trying to make that circle as big as you can, so really work that shoulder. Don't skimp out on it. Really get that arm back as far as you can. Going nice and slow. We're not using that momentum just to throw that arm around. Last one this way. When the arm gets to the bottom, change direction. One more. All right, we're gonna just come to the center, just nice and easy. I want you to put both arms across those legs. We're just gonna let that head fall for a minute. Now you could just be right here breathing, or you could be shaking your head no a little bit. Or another good one is to just push the forearms towards the floor while you lift the spine for the ceiling. If you do that one though, only do it for maybe 2 breaths, maybe 3 at the most, and then relax, let it go. Don't hold that one real long. All right, we're gonna take one more breath and then little baby push-ups. So hands on those knees, tuck in those elbows, try to only use your arms to push up. Nice, good job. All right, scoot that bottom back in the chair. We're gonna do a side stretch. It's just another variation kind of to what we just did with those circles. It's just a variation to the side stretch. All right, really nice and tall spine, shoulders are softened. We're gonna lift that arm way, way, way up and then way out to the side. So you're really trying to get those fingertips out, shoulders are stacked. So if the arm's falling forward, try to pull it back if you can, but if you can't, that's what your end goal would be working towards. And then you're gonna curve the fingertips to shoot for the floor. Maybe depending on the chair, you could be using the chair to hold on to. You decide. Go as deep as you can, so bend that elbow. One more breath. Exhale, nice and easy. Other side, nice deep inhale. Exhale. Stretch way, way, way out. Nice deep breaths. Maybe depending on what kind of chair you have, you could even have a bar down here. That would be great to hold on to go deeper. Go a little deeper, trying to get those fingertips as close to the floor as you can. One more breath. Exhale, reverse right out of that. So you're still stretching that arm way up and back over to the other side. Nice. All right, scoot out on that chair just a little bit. We're gonna do a little baby back bend. Now, we're just getting started, so it's gonna be a very small baby back bend. We're gonna do it at the end too, just to see the difference. But I want you to take a nice deep breath in. Don't be scared. Promise it won't hurt. Palms are going to face each other, shoulders are softened. We're going to gaze up at those fingertips, and then ever so slightly, if you can, those fingertips are falling back, and the gaze is trying to follow the fingertips. Think about getting that curve in the spine, if you can. 2 more breaths. Last one when you're ready. Exhale, bring those arms back. Stretch those arms out, but spine is staying nice and tall. Good job. Shrug the shoulders if you need to. All right, we're going to do another variation to that side stretch. So walk out those feet just so those hips or knees are coming straight off those hips. All right, I want you to imagine you have a big box on the floor in front of you. All right, this is just another variation to that side stretch. We're going to lean out on that leg. All right, so I want you to pull that spine, so straighten up that spine. You're going to add that twist, pull that top shoulder back, just like we did with our circles. This time we're going to lift that arm up, kind of like when we did just the normal side stretch. Stretch way up and then out for that opposite corner, and then fingertips are pointing down. Now you could use that leg to slide down or put your hand on the chair, you decide, or on the floor. You just do what works for you. I just want both sits bones to stay on the seat. So if you're popping up over on this side, you've gone a little too far. Just one more breath. All right, exhale. I want you to come out of this so slow, because that is such a deep stretch down that side. You really could hurt yourself if you move fast out of that. All right, same thing. Remember too, both sides might not be exactly the same. One side might go deeper than the other. So first lean out on that leg, pull that string, roll that shoulder back, stretch that arm way up. We're taking that arm, shooting for the opposite corner. Here we go. Now remember, you could even just be holding onto your leg if you are able to go deeper. Perfect example. On the other side, I could get my palm on the floor. This side, I cannot, without making my sits bone on this side pop up. We don't want that. Nice deep breaths. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Remember, move slow when you're ready. This is such a deep one, and it kind of even goes onto that back, so you need to move very, very slow. All right, we'll just take a pause here. We'll take 3 nice deep breaths. Stretch way up. Exhale. Remember, you could alternate the directions of those palms. Remember, feel like someone's pulling you in opposite directions. We're not just flapping our arms around. We're taking a little bit of a moment, but it's a good stretch too. You're pausing, lift, almost like you're going to pop up out of that seat. We'll do 1 more. 1 more. You could always have those eyes closed if you'd like. I'm going to even do my Spider-Man fingers on the way down because it's just a little extra stretch. All right, we're going to go right into a spinal twist. So I want you just to scoot out just a little bit on that chair. You don't have to be out at the very edge, but you do need to be out a little bit. I want you to have that nice tall spine. We're going to go right into a spinal twist. Nice deep inhale. Stretch way, way, way up. Exhale. Nice and easy. We should have that nice tall spine. Our shoulders are softened. Remember, get that gaze back as far as you can, but keep that gaze parallel with the floor. So just imagine through the spine, all the way through the top of the head, we just want that nice straight line. If I drop my chin down, especially from the, I'm sure you can see from the side view, I don't have that nice straight line. We need to have that chin up, just a nice tall line. Just breathe right here. We're going to take 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Exhale, nice and easy. Just slowly move out of that. Right to the other side. Nice deep inhale. Exhale. Nice and easy. Same thing, just really, we don't want the shoulders scrunching up. We don't want that spine rounding, so maybe if you've noticed your spine is rounding, just slightly come out of it, ever so slightly. Nice deep breaths. One more breath. Exhale. We're just going to slowly untwist. Nice and easy. Slow, slow, slow. All right, let's make that work. We're going to walk those feet out. We're going to rub that bowl. The bowl's just a really good one just to get everything loosened up and moving. So let's get started with that bowl. Remember, your bowl could be up here or at any angle, so you just do what works for you. But if you're able to, you're going to come on around. Top of the head is shooting for the floor. Get that head down as low as it'll go. And come on around for that full circuit. Don't skip out on the back half of that bowl. And always give that pause, stretch at the back. I can feel that stretch to the tops of my shoulders, my spine. Come on around. You could even give just a slight little pause at the bottom or push. And it's not a huge push. It's one of those pushes that if someone looked at you, if we were in class together and someone looked at you, they wouldn't even be able to tell you went deeper, but you can feel it. 2 more. Still taking those nice deep breaths. 1 more. Don't skip out on that the stretch at the back. We're going to change direction. Nice and easy. Two more. One more for good measure. Give that stretch at the back. And then come on up, nice and easy. Walk those feet, not all the way together. We want those knees just coming straight off those hips. Nice and easy. All right, here we go. We're gonna take 3 nice deep breaths. Palms are gonna face each other. Stretch way up, palms out. Get those hands back as far as you possibly can away from you. 2 more. One more. You should have that nice tall spine. Shoulders are softened. Nice, shrug those shoulders. All right, walk those feet out again. All right, we're gonna rub that, no, we're not gonna rub the ball. We're gonna draw a finger circle with those fingertips. I'm going to take a nice deep inhale. Stretch way, way, way up. Exhale, we're gonna draw that circle. Now, if you wanted to, you could be adding that twist, but you don't have to. I'll do it on my next one just so you can see. So if you'd like to, when you get to the top, you could turn to the side, stretch out. So it's almost like palms are facing each other. Still coming around just like normal, going as low as you can. Out the other side, you're giving that little bit of a twist. Up to you. 2 more this way. It's just an option if you want to go deeper. You decide. I'm perfectly fine just keeping it right where it is. But every time around, you should be growing that circle. Try to get those fingertips out to the side just a little bit more. Stretch way up, other way. You still need to be growing that circle. Give that little pause every single time. Come on around. Two more. One more. Remember too, to make it a little more challenging, you could slide those feet back a little farther. Because really, if you think about it, give that a stretch up. Arms are coming down. It's almost like we have a tripod. We have those feet and our bottom is on that seat. So if you made it a little more challenging, you could bring those feet back, but that is up to you. Walk those feet together. Not all the way, just the same thing. Want those knees shooting straight off of those hips. Sorry, I'm tucking my wire there a little bit. There we go. All right, 2 nice deep breaths. Just let that go. 1 more, we'll let it go. Then we're going to go right into our spinal twist again, but we're going to go deeper. Nice deep inhale. Exhale when you're ready. We're going to go deeper into that twist. So as you exhale, let all that air out. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, we're going to go deeper. I want you to think about wringing out that wet rag. You're trying to go a little bit deeper. Don't let the chin drop down, and definitely don't let the spine curve. This is a good time to not have those arms shooting up and use your leg and the chair for leverage. Two more breaths, so 1 more chance to go deeper. And then 1 more breath, you're going to slowly untwist, very, very slowly. Other side, right to it. Nice deep inhale. Exhale. Same thing, let all that air out and then take a breath in. Don't let the chin drop down. Every exhale, just imagine you're wringing out that wet rag, getting just a little more twist. Get that gaze back as far as you can. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Exhale, very slowly untwist. Maybe shrug those shoulders if you need to. All right, go ahead and grab that leg. We're gonna be up real nice and tall. Shoulders are gonna be softened. We're gonna bring that leg in as tight as we can. That foot is gonna be flexed. Toes are spreading out and coming back. All right, so remember, if you need to, maybe your foot's just on the floor. That's perfectly fine. That might be your starting point, and then little by little, that's what you're going to be working towards over time. If your leg can come up and touch that chest, bring it out to the side and try to pull it back a little farther. Just breathing right here. And take 1 more breath. Exhale, we're going to round around that leg. So I want you to imagine you're getting down as small as you can. You're rolling those shoulders forward. You're tucking that chin. I'm going to bring my arm around front because I feel like since my leg's coming back, I need to get my arm out of the way. So you decide. So remember, even if your foot's on the floor, you're still rounding the shoulders forward. You're still rounding the spine. You're doing everything on the top half the same. Everyone is, regardless of where that leg is. Take 1 more breath. Exhale. We're going to come up nice and tall. Nice. And we're going to get that hip going. So straighten up that spine. Shoulders are softened. Make as big of a circle. You're really trying to work that hip. So really work it the best that you can. All right, other direction. That foot is still flexed. Toes are still trying to come back. Do 1 more. All right, let's roll that foot around, point and flex, move it every which direction. Just work out whatever you need to work out. All right, other leg. Same thing. Remember, you could be just right here, but everyone's going to do the top half the same. Regardless, you could be holding on to your pants, the leg, whatever you need to. Just breathe right here. Don't hold that breath. Take nice deep breaths in and out through that nose. Two more breaths. One more breath. Exhale. Round around that leg. Get as small as you can. So really curve that spine. So even if your foot's down here, I'll do it this way just so you can. You still need to be rounding forward, trying to imagine you're trying to get smaller. I'm really flexing that foot. So maybe you could little by little start lifting it up a little. One more breath. Exhale when you're ready. Come on up, nice and easy. All right, we got to get that hip going on this side too. So really flex that foot. Toes are still trying to come back. Really big circles. I know you don't have to, I always assist my leg because I know I won't lift it up as high, but you don't have to, you decide. I just know I'll force myself to be a little extra with it. All right, other direction. Ooh, my hip's making terrible noises. All right, that's okay. It's part of getting older. All right. Roll that foot around, point and flex, move it every which direction, go back a different way. Just do whatever you got to do. Okay, put that foot down. All right, we're going to go right into a forward fold. So we are going to do this twice. So wherever you land this first time, I just want you to stay right there. I don't want you to push and go harder, go deeper with it. Just stay right there. Try to flex that foot as much as you can though. Try to spread those toes out and bring them back. All right, we're gonna go right to it. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, flat back as long as we can. Then when you can't hold it anymore, that's when you're gonna curve that spine to finish folding over. Just nice deep breaths right here. Don't try to go deeper. I just want you to breathe right here. We're going to take 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Exhale, stack those vertebrae. Head's the last thing to come up. All right, other side. Nice and easy. Here we go. Nice deep inhale. Stretch way up. Exhale. Hinge from those hips. Get those fingertips out as far as you can and then curve that spine. All right, so don't push it. Just stay right here breathing. The only thing, maybe if you wanted to flex that foot a little bit more, you could, but don't try to push that chest down any lower. Take 1 more breath. Exhale. Stack those vertebrae. That's the last thing to come up. All right, we're going to do 1 more time on each leg. We're going to go deeper, so go right back to that other leg. So this time we're going to go a little deeper with it. So every exhale, try to pull down a little deeper. When we go to fold, when you think you can't anymore with that flat back with those fingertips, just give 1 little extra push and then finish folding down. All right, here we go. We're going to go deeper. Pause, stretch way up, exhale. Flat back as long as you can. So when you get to your point, give 1 little extra push and then you can curve. All right, with every exhale, I want you to try to sink that chest just a little bit closer to that leg. Be flexing that foot a little bit more. You could do that where you lift the heel, pull it out a little. You decide. Okay, we're going to do 2 more breaths, so 1 more chance to go deeper. And then 1 more breath. We're going to exhale. We're going to stack those vertebrae. Nice and easy. All right, let's do the other side and then take a moment before we move on. All right, nice deep inhale. Stretch way up. We're going to go right to it. Exhale. Fingertips are out as far as you can. When you think you can't, give that extra little push. Remember, you could be grabbing your leg. I actually put my hands on the floor and then I push with my arms to go deeper. But you just do whatever works best for you. One more breath. When you're ready, exhale, stack those vertebrae. Head's the last thing to come up. All right, we'll just take 2 nice deep breaths here. Stretch way up. Exhale. All right, we'll take one more stretch and then we'll move on. Make that work for you. Just nice and easy. Maybe shrug those shoulders a little bit. All right, we're going to go right into doing our camel pose, stretching that back out a little bit more. All right, so just to start off, I want you to put that hand on that waist. So maybe for you, what I'd like for you to have is the thumb in the front and fingers in the back. Fingertips are pointing towards the spine or resting at the spine. And you're trying to tuck that elbow back as far back as you can, but maybe yours is out here. So you might start off out here, perfectly fine. You're trying to work at getting it back a little bit higher. Nice shoulders are softened. Nice tall spine. We're just going to take a nice deep inhale. And we're going to exhale. We're going to look up at those fingertips. So it's kind of a variation to that back bend, because we're going to bring that hand back and try to look at, gaze is going to try to follow those fingertips. Just breathe right here for a couple more breaths. One more. Exhale. Let's just stretch that arm out in front of us, but keep that nice tall spine. Don't move that spine. All right. Other hand. Same thing. You might need to start off with the fingertips facing forward, thumb at the back, and then slowly get that elbow. But if you're able to, I want the fingertips at the spine. Thumb is coming towards the front. All right, tuck that elbow back as far as you can. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, look up at those fingertips, and then slowly bring that head back. One more breath. Exhale. All right, so we're going to go a little deeper with that. We're going to put both hands on those back, but let's just take a moment and we'll take 2 nice deep breaths. Just giving ourselves a little breather before we continue on. One more. Could always alternate the direction of those palms, remember. All right, this time both hands are going to be on those backs, on the back. So if you need to and you're here, that's fine. Little by little, you're going to bring those elbows back, or if you're able to, fingertips are shooting towards the spine. All right, tuck those elbows. We want to be really nice and tall. We're going to take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, we're going to start trying to look backwards. Look up towards the ceiling and then try to get the gaze back. Two more breaths. One more. Exhale, look through the center. There we go. All right. Maybe you need to work out those wrists a little bit. I know for me that, yep, there's a lot of pressure on your wrist. So maybe let's just go up and down with those wrists. All right, let's hold those out there. We're going to flip the pancakes. So just rotating those wrists back and forth, but get them to go back. We're not just flipping the pancakes. It's what it's called, but I really want you to just try to get them to go both directions as much as you can. Just working the wrist a little bit. Maybe make some circles. Go in both directions. All right, we're going to stretch out those palms, forearms. Grab a hold of the palms, not the fingers. A little pressure. All right, spread out those fingers really big. And then grab, oh, right back down the line. Most didn't do that. Grab that palm again. Give a little pressure. All right, other side. Same thing. Now for me, right-handed, clearly I'm right-handed, so I do more. I can feel the stretch up farther, but it's because I'm tighter through here because I do more with my right hand. All right, really big fingers, as big as you can. Give that little tug to each one. Right back down the line. And then grab the palm again. All right, maybe shrug those shoulders a little bit. We're going to do our eagle arms now. All right, so I want you to have a really nice tall spine, shoulders are softened. We're going to open up those arms. So thumbs are up, palms are out. Bend those wrists as if your fingertips are trying to shoot. If you're out towards the edge of the chair, it's going to benefit you because you can possibly grab a hold of the chair or use the back. Fingertips are trying to shoot towards each other. We're just going to breathe right here. Push that chest plate out. We're going to take one more breath. Exhale. We're all going to bring that right arm on top, left arm's on the bottom, so that means our left leg is going to be on top. So cross at those ankles or anywhere that you're able to. If you're able to, you're wrapping that foot around that leg. All right, cross those arms over each other, good. Bring the bottom arm up. The other arm's trying to wrap around. Remember, maybe this arm comes up here, maybe it's here, but if you're able to, wrap it around, or maybe for you that's not impossible, so you're right here. That's fine too. All right, breathe right here. Now if you want to go deeper, you could raise those elbows up. Deeper yet is to push the forearms away. Now you also, if you wanted to go deeper, you could little by little be lifting the elbows up and pushing the forearms away. One more breath. Exhale, let that go, nice and easy. Unwrap those legs. All right, shrug those shoulders. All right, open those arms up. Same thing, we got a counter pose, doing the same thing again. Push that chest plate out, it's a heart opener. One more breath. Exhale, let's bring that left arm on top. So that means right leg is on top, you decide. Wrap it around the best that you can. All right, so maybe this is enough for you, but if you want to go deeper, raise those elbows up. Deeper yet is to push the forearms away. Nice deep breaths. Remember, you could, as you're here, you could be lifting the elbows, pushing the forearms away. We're going to take 2 more breaths. One more breath. Exhale, slowly let that go. Maybe shrug those shoulders a little bit, unwrap those legs. Even for me, it feels good to move my wrist around a little bit, just because the way I was so twisted up. All right, let's work those ankles just a little bit. We're going to come up on those toes, get those heels out as far as you can, and then really flex those feet. So you're just being extremely exaggerated about it, and walk them out as far as you can. Just being very, very exaggerated about it. Go back and forth a few times. It's just good for your ankles, for your feet, your toes. Okay, we'll go out one more time. Then we're going to start slowing things down. We're going to kind of reverse right back out of what we've already done. All right. All right, so just take 2 nice deep breaths. Exhale. Nice and easy. We're taking a moment, but this should be working for you too. Nice deep inhale. All right, walk those feet back out again. All right, now we're going to draw that circle with those fingertips again. I want you to go so slow. I want you to maybe even as you get to the bottom, just maybe give a little pause. Just try to make that circle as big as you can, but I want you to go so slow. Nice deep inhale. Draw that circle with those fingertips. Nice and easy. If you thought you were going slow when we did this at the beginning, I want you to go even slower. This one is a good one. It hits so many different spots. This is a great one just to check in to see how you're feeling, just to compare it to other times when we've done it in other classes, because it hits so many spots and it's a good one. 2 more. One more, this direction. Make sure you're giving that little pause stretch at the top every single time. Two more. One more. Last one this way. Bring those arms down in opposite directions. All right, just for a moment, we're going to walk those feet back together, not all the way together. Coming straight off those legs, we're going to take 3 nice deep breaths. Palms are going to face each other. Pause, give that really big stretch up. Palms are back behind you. Work those shoulders. 2 more. One more. All right, walk those feet back out again. We're going to rub that bowl and then we're just going to slow it down with some cat-cows. All right, nice and wide with those legs. Go ever so slow. We're trying to slow things down, so I don't even want you to be pushing that circle, making it bigger. I just want you to be nice and easy, fluid with that motion. All right, here we go. Just nice and easy. Going so slow. I do still want you to give that pause at the back though. Two more. Nice and easy. I'm not concerned with how big your bowl is, or how deep you're going. I just want you to be nice and easy, whatever feels good. One more. Stretch way back. Opposite direction. Just gonna do some cat-cows after this. Let's do 2 more. Always give that pause stretch at the back every time though. One more. Stretch way back. Come up nice and tall. Don't walk those feet all the way together. We just want those legs coming straight off those hips. We're going to just do some nice cat-cows and then we're going to be still. But let's just take 2 nice deep breaths. Exhale. Just nice and easy. Nice deep inhale. Change the direction of the palms if you'd like. It's up to you. Pull, pull. Remember, feel like someone's pulling you from both sides. All right. Shrug the shoulders a little if you need to. All right. We're just going to put those hands on those knees. Just do some nice slow cat-cows. Nice and easy. Scoop up. Exhale. Roll on through. Always give that little bit of a pause at the top and the bottom. Try to let that head fall back a little more each time. Especially on the back, really feel that spine feels if you're getting smaller, shorter. This would be the best way to say that. Scrunching down a little bit more. We're going to do that 2 more times all the way through. And then we'll meet in the middle. Okay, if you're ready, we're just going to get comfortable in those seats for a moment. If you want to put one leg up or both, you can. You decide. I want everyone to have a nice tall spine. Shoulders are softened. Hands are just comfortable wherever you want that to be. You can close those eyes. I always recommend you close your eyes, but maybe you don't feel comfortable with that. I just want you to focus on that breath. Try to make that inhale a little deeper. Exhale a little longer. You could always just slowly count as you inhale. Pause and then slowly count as you exhale, but just go 1 number higher on the exhale. Just keep doing that. It's a good way just to see if your breath is growing, but it's also just a nice relaxing way to breathe. All right, I hope you'll just stay where you're at and keep breathing, but I'm going to close us out. Coming down through the center as always, just pausing at our forehead, and that's just a reminder to keep good, pure thoughts and our focus on Jesus. And then down to our lips. That's just to make sure nothing but positive things are passing out into the world, and we need that right now. And then down to our hearts, and that's just to let His love shine for others to see Him. So the light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today.